Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August the 2nd, Monday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Your actual self is not a separate and lonely part of this world, but the real you is the world itself. Everything that there is, expressing itself as this particular organism here and now. We are all pits on the same sow and rays from the same sun. Alan Watts. Many of us on our journeys have not gone into self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness carries a powerful energy that can completely transform your being and your life. Forgiving ourselves is all about clearing away the weight of our past that we have been carrying inside our hearts. When our hearts are liberated, it creates a space for us to receive love again. As forgiveness floods our being, we will naturally feel more joyful, peaceful, and empowered to manifest what we truly desire. The more deeply we forgive ourselves, the lighter and higher our vibration will grow, and the easier it will be to create energy, move energy, and form, create reality, or to manifest anything our imagination can dream. To forgive is the highest, most beautiful form of love. In return, we will receive untold peace and happiness. Robert Mueller. Forgiving ourselves is one of the most beautiful gifts we can give ourselves. When we forgive ourselves for something we have done or regretted doing in the past, we are sending a warm blanket of gentle love all throughout our being. We are letting in an all-encompassing healing energy that takes over us completely. We are loving ourselves deeply and eternally, even though we may have done something that our ego judges as wrong. The truth is that whenever we are striving to be that perfect being, it just implies that we're not there yet. And you may have experienced the fact that when, we've done or regretted something in the past, we're sending a warm blanket of gentle love all throughout our beings. Our true essence is already divine. We already are children of the God Source, and will always be that, ever, beyond, and forever. Everything we have done in the past has been guided by this infinite divine presence that we are. We are perfection itself, which requires no effort to maintain at all. Therefore, forgiving ourselves is simply honoring the divine beings that we are now, and accepting every part of us that appears to be unlovable. There's only one species of forgiveness. Only one. Self-forgiveness. Noel McInnes. We deserve to be liberated from all pain. We have the ability to let go of any self-judgment or self-abuse that keeps resurfacing from deep inside. All self-defeating feelings and thoughts just lower our vibrational fields and keep us stuck in constantly punishing ourselves. To stop this pattern, it's real simple. Simply notice those thoughts and feelings that free you. Whatever you focus on grows. So pay attention to the thoughts that open your heart and allow you to feel expansive. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to naturally feel loved, liberated, and truly at peace. So pause in that moment. You find yourself sending negative energy towards yourself and choose to practice gentleness and acceptance instead. You'll start to soften and open to being able to know this divine being that you are. Self-forgiveness is essential to self-healing. Ruth Carter Stapleton. Now, there are 3 powerful steps to start transforming our lives by forgiving ourselves. You can make a self-forgiveness list. Write down everything that you did in the past that your heart still feels heavy about or is still holding on to. Include everything you can think of. Make it a very extensive and exhaustive list. Include any judgments from others that you have taken on and feel heavy even thinking about it. If you're feeling someone's judgment of you, then you are letting in judgmental negative energy. This is an opportunity to forgive ourselves for doing so. Write down anything that makes your heart heavy in any way. Have an inner dialogue with your wounded self. Take the first item on your list and imagine you are meeting with that wounded part in a special healing room. Picture this old wounded you is sitting right across from you, and then ask what they would most like to heal. Let your wounded self respond. Allow this part of you to express everything it needs to say. Continue dialoguing with this part until it has released all of the negativity that you have held for years. Continue listening until it feels complete. Then let this wounded self know that it is loved deeply and has always been loved. Allow the energy from the healing room to suffuse the cells of this old part. Support this part by remaining curious about why it acted the way it did. Then forgive your wounded self by saying something out loud like, I forgive you completely for everything that you did. I understand why you did it and realize that you just didn't have the wisdom I do now. I will always love you. Once you experience this dialogue, you will naturally feel differently about this past event. And then go through each item on your forgiveness list until you have freed every part from the burden it was carrying. Practice forgiving others. Self-forgiveness comes naturally into your heart, and more accepting you are with others. As you make peace with other people's issues, the energies of compassion and empathy grow within yourself and for yourself. Those around you who are still carrying burdens from their past will feel lighter in their presence each time they see you. They will remember your level of acceptance and forgiveness, which again allows you to feel lighter about you. As you practice forgiving those closest to you, you'll find you are creating a more peaceful world everywhere you go. In a short while, all of us will see is a world filled with lightness. Our capacity to make peace with another person and with the world depends very much on our capacity to make peace with ourselves. No matter what horrific things that have happened in your past, the universe is not holding on to them. It is not judging you, condemning you, or holding you to be someone less than sacred. The universe sees all of you, sees all of us, and knows who we all are, both human and divine. It honors and respects us exactly as we are. It is proud of the perfection that it has created in each and every one of us. The universe is totally in love with all of us. Whether we believe it or not, we are being deeply and eternally loved by life right in this now moment. We don't need someone in our bed to feel love. That's right. The most exquisite healing feeling is already here, hidden deeper inside all of us. Call off the search for love out there and set your destination for exploring the infinite universal source of the love within us all. This universal love is quiet, it's quite unique and unusual because it truly is deep and eternal. It is a deeper spiritual type of love than romantic love, as it continues loving you no matter what you think, say, or do. Only this type of love can heal every cell inside, enlighten our soul, and set us free from all our worries, fears, and pain. This is what real love is all about. And no matter what you have done to others or yourself throughout your life, the universe has already forgiven you. It forgave you the moment you needed to be forgiven. The universal love is always instantaneously there, bubbling up peaceful, healing vibes within you. You simply choose to sit back and let them in and release the idea that love has to come from someone or something on the outside. Imagine it's a perpetual stream of light flowing from the most mysterious divine place on the inside. Feeling this great healing love may start out on a mental, physical, emotional, or perhaps a supersensual level for you. Don't be too connected about how, where, or when it shows up. Just know it is infinitely deep and real. There's always plenty of it. Just when you thought it was gone, it comes rushing in. All you need to do is simply relax into your life for an extended period of time. Then it will come. It often shows itself as some profound spiritual experience in the beginning. This is your wake-up call, so you know how powerful and real it truly is. Without this deep, eternal love flowing in our lives, we remain dumb and numb to our highest spiritual path and life purpose. We feel lost, empty, and lonely without it. We cannot imagine that there is a gold mine of greatness buried inside. All it takes is a little digging into our emotional being, underneath the fears, doubts, worries. With a small shovel of curiosity, we can find an amazing love at the core. This is the real gold when we're willing to stop paying and playing with the fool's gold in our lives. The best things in life begin manifesting. What is real gold is that which will never change. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies head to toe, inside and out. We know that we are not the body. We are the God within the body. The God source, the pure intelligence. So you look at the body and you see it, how it's handling all the heavy load of all the stuff that it has absorbed, attracted through its existence. Stress, fear, anxiety, worry, anger, greed, manipulation, envy. It gets heavy for any of us that carry it. And none of us are exempt from it. So as it comes in, we release it. And there's a question that you always ask yourself. Does this serve me the greatest good? And if in your heart mind you'll have the feeling immediately, if it does, you will feel light in the heart, and happy. If it doesn't, you will feel heaviness. And in the head, in the ego mind, heaviness on the heart. It's pretty much a no-brainer. Only you can determine. And then you ask yourself, why would I carry all of this? There's no reason for it. It will keep me in pain and suffering. There's no reason for that. This is all an illusion. And there's no reason for it. When you surrender yourself to you, to God within, all this goes. It really does. It leaves you. Leaves the body. You'll know it because the body will feel pretty darn light. Imagine how light you would feel if you had nothing. Seriously. If you owned nothing, had nothing. And I mean money, whatever. But you were just you in this life. There's a heavy lightness that's there. When we burden ourselves, we become heavy, frustrated, anxious, hurried, fearful. And we do it every single time. So you'd think by now we'd be masters, right? But it's turning within and releasing. And when you do this, even if you have to do it several times a day, the body begins to just almost like float. And that's the now. You're in the now. And the now is the space between heartbeats. It's the sacred divine breath. It's the moment. Whatever we do, moment to moment, is the now. It's not the past. Past is gone. We have memories we've collected in our subconscious mind that were in the now, but are now gone. History. Done. So as you're in the now, and you have stilled the mind, the ego, and the subconscious mind, so you've stepped outside of them, and you've eliminated all of the chatter. all that noise that we hear 24/7, oh, it's millions, tens of millions of thoughts that aren't ours, floating by endlessly. And the now is all we have. We create our futures in the now. And the past is dead. There's no such thing. It's the now moments are now over and dead, gone completely. What you have received from that now moment is experience, which you have ledged into your subconscious mind. That's what you get from experiencing the now. And they call it on this planet the past. The only thing that matters is nothing from the past, but everything in the now. Nothing in the future because you haven't created it yet. Everything in the now. And the now is the center path, not the left, not the right, the center path of the journey. And that's where we strive to be, the center. Now, how do we stay in the now? How do we stay in the now? We have our divine positive energy, our sacred divine positive energy, which is our breath. And it is sacred and divine because of the fact that the soul comes into the body, powers the body, the lungs begin to function, oxygenate the body, support and sustain the body to support the soul. Not sustain the soul, but to support it. Now, some of us go into the past and we have memories. Memories we actually pull out of our subconscious mind. We reminisce. It could be a song that sparks it. It could be anything. And we'll embrace it, go over it in our hearts, and then we put it away, and we move forward. And sometimes we'll go into the not-so-good ones so that we remind ourselves not to do in the now what we did then in that now. But some of us stay there, whether consciously or unconsciously. We stay there. We live there. It's just like an elephant graveyard. It's dead, dank. There's no movement of air. It's completely foggy. And so we end up taking that past, we bring it into a future that doesn't exist, we create that future from that past, and we relive that past in that future. This is why so many of us will say, no matter what we do, we always end up here. And about 99% of the time, that's why. Some of us will go into the future that doesn't exist. And we ask ourselves lots of things. Why this, why that, why not this, when this, when that. It's just lots of things. And our whole understanding is to be within. So when we focus on our divine positive energy to stay in the now, we grab onto these clouds passing us by all the time, 24/7. These are programmed thoughts which aren't ours, and then we'll embrace them, we'll grab them, and we go out of the now and into somewhere else. We've all done that. None of us are exempt. But to be tremendously gentle, kind, generous, and humble with ourselves, and to be 24/7 into the highest of the deepest eternal gratitude. So when we know that we're doing that, we've moved out of the now, we focus on our breath. And the now actually is in the breath. So it doesn't matter where you are. When you wander off, very gently and kindly, focus on your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and you'll be in the now. 3,000% of the time, you'll be in the now. Now, these bodies, we know we are not these bodies. But we know that we are the God, the soul, the pure consciousness within the body. So the body is the earth, the soul is the heaven on earth. And those of us who are consciously aware, every step we take, we're creating paradise. And we've learned to shine our light outward 360 degrees. And this light emanates from the God Force Love Light energy within each and every single one of us. It is of the highest high, and the deepest of the deepest, and the purest of the purest, eternal love. And we flood this planet with it, 24/7. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, will life, the highest supreme value in the universe, saturating, flooding, and bathing this planet. It moves into higher frequencies. More and more begin to wake up and discover what and who they are, to a certain extent. It transforms everything. We've stepped into the 5-dimensional New Earth frequency. This is a huge reason why we have. So you'd have, roughly 8 billion gods, some awake, some asleep. And this planet will end up being so brilliantly white that it'll make suns dim in its comparison. It will be a God planet paradise, and that's where we're heading. Now, when you look at the body you're in, you see that this is really important. You see that there are 7 wheels of light that start the center of the body and start at the tailbone, go all the way up top of the head. These are all different colors, and the colors are so vibrant, you wouldn't see them at this time on this planet, the colors, the depth of them. These are known as energy points, chakras. We'll concentrate on the 7. Some believe there are more, some believe there are less. But these are the energy vortexes where we all flow through. The God Force Love Light energy flows through these conduits, these energies. And they're etherical, they're spiritual, so it's not like a solid like in this physical world you can pick up and play with. You can pick up things that are representations, but not the actual. Now you discover that you, the God, flows through these. So you're connected to all of it, you, the God. You're connected to all of your body that you're in. All the organs, all the blood flow, everything inside and out, head to toe. All the emotions. So you look at the red wheel of light, the root chakra. This is the body's survival. Food, clothing, water, shelter. And the body is blocked from its survival by fear. And fear will block the body's survival. And then the soul will have to leave the body because the body will be so damaged that the soul cannot fix it. Then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is the sacral chakra. This is our pleasure, our sexuality, our happiness, our joy, our bliss, our ease, our relaxation. I know that all of us at one time or another have experienced this bliss, this joy, where everything's just going in form and movement, and it flows with you, and it lifts you. And you're having just an absolutely phenomenal time. And then you say, well, I wish it would never end. Because remember, we all deserve the best of everything. But then, the good old illusions of the ego and the mind come in and you start feeling funny. Could be subtle. You start saying, well, maybe I'm having too much fun. Maybe I'm enjoying myself too much. Maybe I don't deserve that. And then the voice pushes you more and says, and you have this guilt feeling come in and says, well, I know this won't last forever, so I better enjoy it while it lasts. And inevitably it disappears. And once again, the ego mind has its way. So your joy and pleasure, these bodies, joy, pleasure, and happiness, are blocked by, and another illusion, guilt. And then we move to the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra. This deals with our willpower. It's your direction, your commitment, your stick-to-itiveness, not giving up. And, of course, it's blocked by shame. It will totally derail your willpower if you feel shameful for what? That's another illusion. And then you move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, which is our ability to love. And when people are in grief, they're incapable of love. Grief's another illusion that we have because we don't understand who and what we are. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, throat chakra, vocal cords, voice, vibrational frequency. This actually deals with our truth, and then it's blocked by lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. This is our third eye chakra, and it deals with insight, and is blocked by illusion. And then at the top of our heads is the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light. And this deals with our direct connection to the divine, which is you. And it is blocked by ego attachment. So learning and knowing this, if you choose, it's just with great order. So we set the gods that we are at the top of the body's head. We basically do anything. And we're a perpetual energy fountain, this body. We, the energy, the gods we are, run through it 24/7. Up and out and down, around and back up and out again. Now, we can hold it there as long as we want. We hold it for just a few seconds. We are love, we are God, and we are one. And we compress and condense. We literally turn ourselves into pure, liquid, omnipotently powerful energy, and we release over the pineal gland. Now, the pineal gland is very important to all of us because when it's fully healthy functioning, it connects us to all the particles of existence, all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Opens up all the gateways, all the planes of existence, all the realms. And you can see why our journey is endless. We don't have that yet, but we will. So as we pour ourselves over it, you can picture it through your heart mind's motion picture, however you see it. I see it as a green ball, rosebud. And when I release myself as the God that I am over it, it instantaneously transforms it into a massively fully bloomed rose with a wonderful fragrance, multicolored petals emanating, sending this high frequency of this mist energy that absorbs into me. And it's so powerful that the feeling that I have is that there aren't words to describe it, really. You can try it, but it is really the highest of the deepest, purest, eternal love, gratitude, peace. Constantly. Never ending. And the feeling is just, it's nirvana. And then I discover that rose is the God that I am, and the God that I am is that rose. It's fascinating how we're communicated with, and the more we become aware, the more things become absolutely more. And it doesn't go away because you don't go away. None of us do. We are divine perfection that are experiencing these bodies. We are immortal. The heart mind, ego mind, higher self, spirit, soul, subconscious mind, body, God source, pure consciousness, all one. And there are parts of us that are awake, and other parts of us that are asleep. So we reach out to the parts of us that are awake. And the ones that are asleep are with us. They don't go anywhere, but they don't hear us. So we reach out to all light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. They come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe, and there isn't even a cubic inch of sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, galactics, celestials, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Reptilian, the Draco, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many more. Now, they have been assisting us with our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, agartha, and beneath earth. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. Call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended, left the body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, form the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously, including all of the light energy beings on this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, on it, in it, above it, and below it. Our eyes, or these bodies, only see 1% of what is. These light energy beings, we've never seen before, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, and configurations. But we're familiar with them to a certain extent. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many more. And they are with us now, consciously. The archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. Ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Hell, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many more. The archangels are a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see each other, But we do meet with them and interact with them constantly. Now, you don't usually, when you're interacting with them, know. It's usually after that you know that was an angel, and a little bit of bliss is there. Now, they all have the same message, but it's delivered in a plethora of ways. And what it boils down to is in an absolutely magniglorious, spectacular, stupendous to be alive in these bodies. And that's bliss. So they can surround any one of us at any one time in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. And if you want them to, just ask. And that is bliss. Now, the Ascended Masters, they have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creations. And of them, there are parts that are asleep and parts that are awake, and the ones that are awake are with us now consciously. And so are the ones that are asleep, but they don't know it, they don't hear us. We're all gathered arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, prosperity, abundance, tranquility, benevolence. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love, and our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from deep within our core of the God force, love, light, energy. It is the purest of the deepest eternal love and the highest of vibrational frequencies. And it floods this planet right in this now, 24/7, nonstop. All of us, head to toe, inside and out. We're being bathed with the gods within each and every one of us all the time with divine perfection. See and feel that in your heart-mind and heart-mind motion picture. Now, this circle of light is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1 billion trillion suns to even come close to its brilliance. Now, as we begin to ascend above the planet, and as we do, we're immediately met with this ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And it's flickering. Trillions of vibrant colored lights, flickering, going back and forth to all of us gathered on and off world, over 1 billion of us. Not all consciously aware, but all together. So we look at the reflected points, just one of them. We notice, we look closer, tiny microscopic edge mirror. we go in, we discover that all of us, always, ever, beyond, and forever, are teachers and students of each other, ourselves, each other. We're either students or teachers, or both, always in this endless journey. Absolutely spectacular. Wonderful discovery. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that we created to remind us all that we are the power of healing. Always have been, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we all created to remind us all that from head to toe, inside and out, 24/7, eternally, we're imbued with a white fire armor. This is not an armor like in the physical world of a knight's armor, body armor. This is way beyond that. Nothing can penetrate it. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. No demon possessions. No attachments. No curses. None of that. None of it. And lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies know this because they can't get close to it. They'd be vaporized because of our vibrational frequency. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, anger, deceit, manipulation, anxiety, fear, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with two columns of light. The first is, they're together. The first is the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are completely absorbed, vaporized, and no more. We are then met with the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray, we can transmute, clean, purify, balance, harmonize the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, being restored completely in the highest of the highest high of the deepest, 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 purest, purest, purest eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We then are met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we created, that we are the sunlight. We are the sun. We are the rain, the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the trees and the forest. We are the soils. We are the clouds and the sky. We are the animals. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you see a sunset, a sunrise, a beautiful morning mist, a starlit night sky. It is you. It is all of us. We are the beauty. We are the divinity. We are the majesty. We always have been. We always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. We continue to ascend above this planet. As we do, some of us step outside our physical forms and hover effortlessly above the body, if we're carrying a body. Why do we do that? Because we can. We come in full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It is larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white bowl of light. It is surrounded by numerous rings of multicolored light, and they're all sending out these bursts of glittering mist energy. It's not like water, it's a warm feeling that comes in. And well-being, great wealth, great abundance, prosperity, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, tranquility, benevolence. It's unending. And we discover that it is the God within us. And the sphere, it is a reflection of the gods that we are. We look at the top of the crystalline tower. We designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees nonstop, 24/7, as it's doing right now. This is the highest of the highest high of the deepest, 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 purest, purest, purest eternal love. And it's flooding us all life on this planet, on it, in it, above it, and below it. The highest supreme value in the universe. That's why, for many on this planet, it seems that time is gone. It doesn't exist. That things are accelerated. The frequencies keep increasing into the higher realms and existences of deep eternal love, of gratitude, of peace, the highest of the highest high frequencies. Now, we're all drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops are the golden ocean, and the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere, it's that center circle. We created this sphere over 3.5 years ago. It holds over 1,500 of our meditations in perpetual motion. 1,500. Hundreds of millions of us, on and off world. The highest of the highest high intense, of the deepest of the purest eternal love, gratitude, and peace. Flooding this planet. Every split second, every microsecond, 24/7. Flooding all of us, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. Flooding everything. All that intent, all of that heart, mind energy, all of the God force, love light energy beings that we all are gathered consciously in this meditation. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. Forgive, 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 forgive. Forgive, 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 forgive thyself. All aspects of thyself. Everything and anything. Love thyself. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. A message from our souls to each other, to ourselves, is to stop trying so hard to be successful. We are entirely amazing just the way we are. Even though we may not know it, we are experiencing exactly what we were meant to experience in this lifetime. Simply be here now. There's nothing more for us to do. This is the greatest success there is, to simply exist as multidimensional beings in this universe. Let go of your struggle to become better and just be whatever you are. We are more than enough. We are perfect exactly as the way we are. Every single moment that we show up for this life is the most amazing victory. When I look at you, I just say, wow. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the morning and night, and into the night, and into the following morning. And we will be back here August 3rd, Tuesday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.